4 minutes isn't long, but sometimes that's all it takes to tell a lifetime's climb. He grew up in a house that knew more darkness than light. Not poetic darkness, real darkness. The kind when the electricity cuts out and candles become luxury items. The fridge was mostly empty, but the dreams in that house were always somehow full. His shoes were hand-me-downs of hand-me-downs. At school, other kids laughed when the soul started talking before he did. Every step squeaked like a tiny protest, but he walked anyway. Every single day. Because missing school wasn't an option, it was a trap. At night, he listened to the adults whisper about money like it was a ghost in the room. Rent, food, funerals. Always another funeral. He learned early that being poor wasn't just about not having things. It was about being expected to carry weight your small shoulders never asked for. By 14, he knew the sound of rejection letters before he even opened them. By 16, he understood that talent meant nothing without opportunity. By 18, he watched friends disappear into bad choices. Quick cash and slow regrets. But there was a stubborn fire in him. The kind that refuses to die, even when the rain doesn't stop. He failed. Loudly. Publicly. More than once. He failed exams. He failed interviews. He failed relationships. He failed plans that were supposed to be his big escape. Each failure felt like the world saying, "Know your place." And for a while, his place looked permanent. Odd jobs. Construction dust in his lungs. Blisters that never fully healed. Paychecks that arrived already spent. But something strange happened in that grind. Discipline showed up. Not motivation. Not luck. Discipline. Waking up before sunrise, even when sleep begged him to stay. Running when his legs felt like bricks. Studying under a flickering bulb while everyone else slept. He stopped waiting for a big break and started building small wins. One qualification. One course. One skill. One saved rand. One finished rung. One completed shift. Brick by brick, he built a ladder out of days nobody clapped for. People still doubted him. Some politeli, some lovely. Some with that silent look that says, "Guys like you don't make it far." Godal became fuel. Years passed, slowly at first, then all at once. The boy with the talking shoes became the man others asked for advice. The kid from the dark house learned how to switch on his own lights. The one who couldn't afford books started writing them. The one who was always behind started leading from the front. Success didn't arrive like fireworks. It arrived like sunrise. Quiet. Gradual. Unstoppable. One day he walked into his own home. Lights on. Fridge full. Bills paid before the due date. Silence where panic used to live. He stood there for a moment. Keys still in his hand, and felt it. Not pride, not relief. Permission. Permission to breathe. Permission to rest. Permission to say, "I made it," without asking anyone for approval. But here's the twist. Makin git wasn't the fancy house. It wasn't the steady income. It wasn't the respect. Making it was becoming the man his younger self needed. The man who shows up. Who keeps promises. Who doesn't run when things break. Who lifts others because he remembers exactly what the ground feels like. He didn't escape his past. He upgraded it. The poor household didn't disappear from his story. It became the first chapter of a legend still being written. And if you met him today, you wouldn't see the darkness he came from. But if you listened closely, you'd hear it in his voice when he says to anyone still stuck at the bottom, "Start where you are. Use what you have. Move anyway." The climb is slow, the road is rough, but the view at the top is real, and it's got your name on it.